Sara Ann. I grew up going to a smaller church closer to my home, and not too big, but enough people. You knew everybody. And when I was in 5th grade, everybody started leaving the church and it closed. So we started looking for a new home. We finally found one, but the problem for me was I didn't feel like I was connected to the other students and the people teaching. The summer before my senior year of high school, I started coming to a group with Sydney. So after being with this group for a while, a couple years, I decided to go on a mission trip to Chicago, and that's what made it click for me. That's what turned the switch and made me realize that this is why I want to be baptized, because this is how I want to live my life with Christ. I remember I think we were in like a worship service. Don't remember what song it was, but it all just like it felt like I was in slow motion, and everything just like it was there, and I knew. I was still like a little nervous. I still didn't want to reach out then. But working with Jared, I told him I don't feel like I'm perfect enough to be baptized. He actually had me read a book called How Good is Good Enough. And we were sitting in Schaefer's one day. I was just finished reading it. And that's when I knew, and I told him that I was ready. I'm getting baptized today because I've always known that's something I wanted. I just didn't know how to take that first step. Jared really has helped me a lot with that. Also, my small group leaders have helped prompt me towards this. I always felt like I wasn't good enough to be baptized, like I wasn't the perfect Christian. But I know now that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to accept Christ. I'd like to thank Sydney, number one, for inviting me to come to small group. If it wasn't for her, I really don't know where I'd be. I'd like to thank my small group, Jessica, Ashley, Bianca, Elizabeth, and everybody else who's been there along the way. I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable sharing what I'm sharing today if it wasn't for you guys. And then also big thanks to Jared, helping me really take that next step, get out of my comfort zone. I'd also like to thank my mom. Kind of weird, but when I first started talking to Jared about being baptized, we were at lunch and she came to me and she was like, Sara Ann, I had this dream that you were going to be baptized. And I was like, that's actually really funny because I've been talking to Jared about it. So I think, with my mom and everybody else who's helped me along the way, I know they'll be encouraging me into this next chapter of my life. I'm Sara Ann, and this is my journey.
Well, we are honored to be with Sara Ann today as she celebrates baptism. We got to laugh a lot backstage just about how nerve-wracking it is to take this step. But for her, reading that book and realizing that, forgiven people are who go to heaven, not perfect people. And so how refreshing, how relieving that is for us in our lives, that we know we don't have to be perfect because Jesus was perfect. And so we can lean into Him in that and not on our own. And so we are glad to celebrate, because this is a celebration day. So please congratulate her as we baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There you go. See?